Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Just Like Us. I'm your host, Justin Burton. This is my lovely co-host,
Leti
Zito. Let's go. Okay, so we're kicking off season 3. Finally, this is season 3, you guys. We're on officially, I think it's 61 episodes we've done, correct?
Close to that.
Close to that, and we're going strong. We're going strong. Can't wait until this season. Okay, so we're just beginning right now, and we feel fantastic. How you feeling, Leti?
I'm feeling all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been rough.
What has been rough?
All of it. Like, just all of it. You know, the arguing before we came on, trying to get all this set up. Yeah, it's been a lot. Just a lot of personal stuff going on, but still grateful, grounded, and growing. Those are the real G's that we want to talk about tonight.
Absolutely.
You know, even when things go wrong or we're not on the same page, God is still good. God is still in control, and He can take all of it and turn it out for our good, like a real G does.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, and we're here again. You know, regardless of what we're going through or what has happened in the past, we're here. We're showing up. We're making it happen, you guys. And we're very proud of ourselves. Again, it's not easy to show up every week, twice a week. Now we're only going once a week so that we can prepare a bit better and do things better. And you know, it's getting easier. It's getting easier as far as like making, you know, the ability to get up here and do this. So practice makes perfect, right?
Right. Yes, that's what they say. Whatever they is, but yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Practice does make.
We're just continuing to move
I don't know
forward.
about perfect, but
right.
progress.
But we're moving forward, you guys, and we're getting stronger, and we're doing what we need to do to show up for you guys, and we're hoping that you guys are getting something out of this. And if you are, please make sure to chime in, drop something in the chat, let us know you're here. You know, show some support. And let us know what your guys' ideas and thoughts are.
And then let us know if what it sounds like out there. I mean, we did how many test runs? I don't know, a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
And just to record it and hear it back for ourselves, and it sounded good when, you know, this last one that we did. So
yeah,
hopefully
it sounds good.
Sounds good out there.
I want to see if anybody is in the comments yet. If so, can you work the comments, please, to see if anybody's in there?
I don't see anyone. I'd see the little blue light on there. Yeah.
Okay, so season 3, this is episode 1, and we're excited to be here, you guys. Thank you guys for joining us, and we're just really being grounded. Leti, she came up with this topic, and I think it's a really good topic. Staying grounded, the 3 G's. You know, there's some good things going on in our life right now, some things to be positive about, some plus things. I have this sort of a lisp right now. I'm getting my teeth that were supposed to be done yesterday, but they didn't quite get finished yet, so I'm a little bit upset about that. But life goes on, right? So if you hear a little bit of a lisp, it's because I have gone through some pretty severe, would you say, surgeries, oral surgeries. And so I've got 9 rods in my head right now. So I'm excited to finally get that done after years and years. I've partied a lot. I had a lot of, drug use and things of that nature. So I'm excited to have a new grill, so I'm looking forward to that. How about you, Leti? What are you looking forward to?
Gosh, just living life every day. Looking forward to the things that are coming. There are a lot of good things in the work, and just the learning and growing that I'm personally doing in the way that I ground myself.
Right.
Is that how you say it?
Ground.
Anyways, doesn't matter. But how is everybody out there tonight? How is everybody feeling out there? Let us know in the comments. I mean, I don't see anybody on, but, they'll eventually come on. We still, because we're showing up for ourselves, too. Like, this is our baby. And, there's growing pains, and there's, birthing new things. I mean, this is the birth of a new season.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
And so there is a lot to be grateful for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
It really is.
Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that to be gone yet. It's grateful, grounded, and growing. Where are you growing?
Let's see here. I am growing in, my business life as far as, my urge to I want to grow, in so many different ways. I want to be able to reach more people, and I think I've come to the decision that, with the way AI is working and going right now, like my option, I have the option to, there's so many options, but I think I want to plant my feet in the AI world. And what I'm saying by that is I would like to get really involved with the AI and how things are going. I have a robotics degree, but I didn't really expect for things to be this advanced in such a short period of time. So the robotics degree, shoot, I don't even know how long that's going to be, of use, because robots are almost now fixing robots. So, but I'm talking about like the software world of AI. What it's capable of doing and things that how fast it's moving. I would like to get into that field and start learning now, because I was thinking about something that said, I was thinking about, if people are making money, that's something that they learned in 2 years. In 2 years from now, I could be really involved with AI and professionally, moving forward and advance in that, and instead of like going down another avenue. I know I'm dabbling here and trying new things there, but I want to see what fits. I don't want to just be stuck in one realm of something that I got a robotics degree, but I feel like that's I want to grow out of that, because I don't want to continuously stay in that field of maintaining things and fixing things and putting fires out. I want to use my brain, not my back. And so I'm constantly jumping in and out of a van, using tools, and of course you got to use your brain, but I would like to be able to work from home and be able to have more time with my family and spend time with my son and with Leti and do things as a family, as opposed to having to be gone 8 hours a day. So I would like to get into the AI world. So if anybody out there is involved with AI so far, let us know in the comments how well is it working for you, and what you can you give us any pointers? So
yeah, and I can attest to that, just watching how you've grown using AI, right, and what you've been able to do, the babies that you what's the word, created.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's the word I was looking for, created. And even just taking our pictures and making them talk, or making them come alive, or doing stuff in the background,
right.
has, it's been amazing to see that. It just takes it to a whole nother level. So I think you're definitely growing there for sure.
And it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm up in the middle of the night and I'm like working on something that I'm not just enjoying, but I like seeing grow, then I'm pretty sure that's where I should be, as far as like financially, like going toward the things that I love to do, right? Who doesn't want to do what they love to do for a living? So
exactly.
and again, I'm still pretty fresh to this sobriety, or sober world, so to speak. It's been 1 year and 8 months for me, as far as hard drugs, and so and I'm really wanting to make sure that I because some people go to college for 4 years or even longer, and then they end up getting out and they don't even find placement. They don't have a career like at hand that they can go work and do. And some people end up going and getting this degree or whatever it may be, and not even utilizing it. They get out there and they find out this is not what they want to do. So you don't know until you try it, right? You don't know until you get out there and actually take the steps to move forward.
Yeah,
right?
I wanted to say a little something about that, right? I was talking to someone earlier today, and we were talking about, all the things that we've done in our life, college, or the jobs that we have, or the experiences that we've gone through, right? And there were times in our life we were like, what was the point of that? Why did I go and do that when I didn't even use it? But it all circles back around, right? It wasn't wasted time. What you got from that, it comes into play at some point in your life, right? So nothing you do is wasted. God doesn't waste any of the stuff that we put ourselves through, or other people put us through, or the things that we chose to do, right? Even my little stint, my semester in community college, right? All of that served a purpose. Everything that I went through, everything that I'm going through is working itself out in my favor. And it's helped us and me, get to this point, to where I'm at today, right? And I'm excited about where we're going. And AI, it's new for me. I don't care for it that much. I think it's cool to look at. But it doesn't know everything. I mean, I've had some instances where I've used, some AI stuff, and it kind of took me down a rabbit hole that I didn't need to go down. And that's where humans came in, right? Who have experience. I mean, AI, like I said, it doesn't know everything. It's still a program within a program, and you have to program that program, right? But if you don't know what you're talking about, it can be a little iffy. But it's been great. I've enjoyed, getting over the fear of using AI. And we're both getting really good at like editing, the stuff that we put out there on our, as content on our social medias, right? And so I'm just really grateful for just the people that we have in our life, right? Our BSA family, we've got mentors, and we've got family that have stood by us, right, through some pretty trying times, right? And standing by yourself, has been good for me. That's what, I've learned how to ground myself that way instead of being super needy or, looking to anyone else to make me happy, right? It's an inside job, is what I've learned. And I always knew that, right? But I was just so full of, pain, a lot of pain that wasn't even mine to carry. And today I'm so grateful to God in my life, who's helped me sort through some of that, and who's been able to help me let go of that weight of other people's expectations or what they project onto me, and be able to let that go. And I think that our past, it's not here to haunt us. It's very useful, because if we don't look at it, we run the risk of repeating it over and over and over again. And it's to look back, not to get stuck there, but to say, what pieces from there worked, and how can I make them better, right? And that comes with practice, It's David Watts,
David
in
Watts
the
is in the house.
building.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Yeah.
Welcome in. David Watts, y'all, is amazing brother. He was on, 3 times ago? 3 podcasts ago, we had him on.
Yeah.
What a great time we had here. Yeah, and we're just...
I wasn't here, darn it.
Dang it.
But I did get to talk to David today. He's the one that we had just a really amazing conversation, just about life and, all the things that happened in our past, like I said. And so thank you, David.
Yes.
I'm grateful for that conversation. Like I said, I'm grateful for the people that we have surrounded ourselves with. They're just, God knows what we need, and he brings those people in. And, that conversation, David, really helped.
Woo!
I mean, I have confidence, right? I have some amazing confidence. And, but it just reiterated, everything for me that's been going on in my life, and that has gone on in my life. And, I'm just grateful for you.
Yes,
so thank you so much.
Yes, having the right who's around you is, I'm finding, more important than that I had ever imagined, because especially if you're wanting to grow, or even if you were someone who was going downhill. Like, if you have the right people around you, you're going to go downhill fast. You know what I mean? But if you want to move up and have the right people around you, it's so important to have the right who's, like David and Charlene and Sharice and Coach Charles and Eric and Renee and, all these other people that Leti has in her life too, that, that help pull us up. You know what I mean? It's so important, I feel like, to have the right people around you. Right, Leti?
Yeah, it definitely is important to have the right people around you. When I was going through what I was going through, I had alienated everybody, right? And it was because of what I thought they were thinking about me.
Right, yeah.
And I had to, get real still. And I had to remind myself. For me, it's a remembering who I am, right? And that time with God, just with my journals in the closet, the music was instrumental. Always has been my whole life. When there was chaos or madness going on at home, that was the one thing that I could count on to bring me relief, to help pull me out or remind me that there are better days ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I didn't have anybody. I didn't even have my partner that I could rely on, because he was lost in his own, thing that he was doing. And I had to really, really look at myself and what I was bringing to the table, what was mine and what wasn't mine. And God helped me see who I truly have always been. It's for me, it's not even about becoming, but it's about who I've always been. That's why I, go back to the beginning, what I was like when I was a little girl. And, talking to David helped remind me of that again, right? Who I am. And so even when other people bring their negativity or tell me, like I'm lame or stupid or, retarded or I don't know how to communicate, I know within myself that I can. And was there times that, I didn't communicate so well? Yes, because I had so much pain and had gone so quiet and silent that I had a hard time communicating. Right, I just would always stuff everything way, way down and then just explode. Right. And today I'm learning how to pause, right? How to stop and take a breath. And I don't do it like perfectly all the time, but I do it a whole lot better than I have in the past. And that's because I'm doing the hard inner work. I'm looking at me. And when I start to have struggles in my personal relationships, are there times I'm like that, right? But I always come back to center. I always come back to me. I always come back to God and ask, like, what is my part in it? And if I've handled my part, then I just have to get out of the way and let God handle the other person. And whoever that is, whether that's a person, place, or a thing. And so, I'm just grateful for like all the opportunities that have come. I'm grateful that, I found my voice again. I was talking to one of my cousins. It was last month, a few weeks ago, and we were talking about. She was reminding me that when I was a little girl, I would get all the neighborhood kids. Family included, and I would have them walk behind me while I led the pack and just singing in the neighborhood, right? Or we were constantly putting on plays for the neighborhood kids, my older brother and I, like wardrobe changes and everything. And this is before any AI or scripts or anything like that. It was all just off the top of our dome. And man, if we had cameras back then, it would have been amazing. But I have it all up here, and I'm just super grateful. And what's one way that you would say that you ground yourself, Justin, on a daily basis when you're feeling stress? Because lately, let's be honest, like there's been a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I like to use my imagination, and there's been quite a bit of heavy things going on, but nothing too heavy because God's given us the tools to be able to cope with things on a daily basis. He hasn't given us too much that we can't handle. So, I find that being creative for me, like, okay, so one of the things that I've been doing is writing my autobiography. And I've been writing for like a year now.
Yeah.
And I fell off for a second. I'm meaning it was about 4 or 5 months where I didn't write anything. And I think I got to a point in the book in my life, I'm doing it chronologically. So I'm going from when I can remember on, and I'm to the point right now where some traumatic things have happened, and I think I kind of shut down in a little bit, in a sense of like not wanting to move forward because for some reason, having these memories of when I was a child, like, brought up, it did something to me, and so I stopped, and I want to find out what could potentially be holding me back from going forward. So. Now that I'm talking about it, I really want to, dive deep on what it could be that's hindering me or keep me from wanting to even tell this story because nobody hears it but me, right? It's me and the app that I'm using to talk into to say this, and so, but when things get tough, I feel like, for whatever reason, things have gotten a lot easier for me to cope with since I've gotten sober. So it's been a year now, year and a half. And I think that things are getting a little bit easier for me to deal with and cope with. But, I'm just, life is, c'est la vie. Life is lifing. And I'm not going to let anything get me down. When I have a bad day, I don't let that bad day go on to the next day. I tell you that. I will not let that previous day unfold into the next day because it's a whole brand new life. You know, I wake up and I'm still alive, and I have this brand new, fresh, you know, like a painter's canvas, so to speak, for this day. So I'm gonna paint from this day, and I'm gonna move forward, because yesterday I'm not gonna let that spill over. I don't care what happened. I don't care what is how bad it could potentially be. I'm gonna continue moving forward, and I'm gonna look toward the good things, because that's how I am. Some people say that, you know, you can't always be positive Paul or positive Polly, but I beg to differ. I feel like there's so much that I've had in my life that's been negative or traumatic or whatever the case is. Like, I have so much life in front of me to be positive. So for me, staying grounded means, you know, looking at the bright side of things. And again, there are negatives in life. There are things that are going to want to hold you down or drag you down. But I'm going to really look at the positive as much as I can, because again, if I do anything else a different way, there's a good chance that I might fall off and I might not come back. You know, and so I say that to say I'm a very strong person, strong-minded, strong-willed. And this is it. It's obvious for people who know me, that are close to me, that have seen me in the past year and a half. I have come so far, and I say that because I have achieved some things in life that people never get a chance to overcome. And I mean, like drugs, alcohol, nicotine, you know, vaping, whatever the case is. You know, I have shown myself and God, like, I can do this. Whatever it is, there's nothing that I cannot accomplish and do. And I'm going to be able to reach more of my goals. It's just as long as I put one foot in front of the other and keep on moving forward. So for me, when tough gets tough, you know, I like to use my imagination and go and start really focusing on things that I'm good at, and kind of pour into that. And I'm kind of all over the place right now, because I'm trying to test the waters to see where I'm good with what and what I could do. So, but me and Leti are learning a lot of things together. We're taking some courses. We're doing a lot of things to better ourselves, so that, you know, our presence is better, and that, you know, we want to be seen by people. We want for our word to get across to millions, so that hopefully people can be inspired by what me and Leti have gone through and what we're doing and where we're going, that they can want to do it for themselves. Because if we can do it, y'all can do it. And I mean, I know we're not just speaking to, you know, people that are successful, or we're not just speaking to people who are down you know, down on their luck. We're speaking hopefully to anybody and everybody, because, you know, we have been rich, we have been poor, we have been addicted, we have been clean, you know, and we have had so many things taken from us, as well as we've gained so many things together. So we want to be able to reach people and say, hey, if we can do these good things and bring ourselves out of a hole, so can you. That's the whole point of what we're doing here, is for some community, camaraderie, and, you know, I mean, just really being able to come together as a family, and have people look at us and hopefully be inspired, you know?
Right. You know, yeah, for sure. It's really an exciting time right now for both of us. You know, for me, it was shining the light, right, in the darkness or the negative. Like, it was embracing that, yes, those things had happened to me, right? It's acknowledging them. You know, it's not being afraid of what the darkness brings, right? Because I think, you know, I'm not sure if Rumi said it, but it says the wound is where the light entered. And when the light entered those wounds, when I finally gave them a voice, you know, of all of it, you know, everything that was going on at that present moment, and even now, I'm able to bring it to the light and allow the light to shine, not so that I can be afraid or forget or just, you know, stay super positive, right? I have to allow myself to feel those things and understand that there are lessons. Right, there's lessons. The shadow side, people some call it, the darkness. You know, there are lessons in there. Right, it came here to teach us, and if you keep avoiding it, it's gonna keep coming up. It'll come up in other people. It'll come up, you know, and it definitely will keep coming up in yourself until you face it. And when you face it, it really takes the power out of it, right? And there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, we need to have, you know, like some of that anger. It lets us know we've been wronged, you know, and then we get the opportunity to correct it for ourselves. I can't force anyone else to correct their behavior or become accountable, but I can, you know, do something where I deal with that part of myself and I'm able to move forward. And that is by shining the light on it. You know, I used to sit many, many nights in the complete darkness, and I mean the complete darkness. And I would speak to that darkness and say, you're not going to have me. I might be addicted right now. I might be doing what I'm doing. I might have some pain, grief, sadness, anger, rage, but I'm going to come out of this, right? And going in is what brought me out. And I just keep going in and in and in, right? And I don't need to be fixed. I didn't do anything, you know, to deserve or not deserve God coming into my life. I just spoke and said, I need help. My life, you know, my mind, everything is really, really dark right now. And I know that there's a way out, and I'm going to trust that you're going to come in and you're going to show me that way out. And he has and continues to every single day. But there isn't anything wrong with me, and there isn't anything wrong with you, right? We get to just be. Right, and it's about reaching for what feels better. You might be way down here, so you can't reach for the stars if you're underneath them, you know, underground. That's where I was at. But I could find things in those moments, just enough, just a change of a word, you know, even just questioning, like, can I feel better? Am I always going to feel this way? Am I always going to be down on myself, right? And the people you have around you, if they're not encouraging you, if you're in that mindset, it can bring you down. And even if you're elevated, if there's constantly someone that's like berating you, or it's going to start to wear on you, you know, eventually. So I think, you know, it's important to stay grounded. So some of the things I love to do is what I did when I was a little girl. I love to go be by water. And I do that on a very consistent basis. Or go take a walk and just clear my mind. Or, you know, I'll put my headphones in and listen to some music. Or, you know, just start singing. You know, I read somewhere today where singing, you know, helps relieve high blood pressure and reduce your cortisol, right? And it puts me in a whole another mind frame. And so that what you're listening to is also important. What you're, you know, watching, what you're consuming, right, is also important. Everybody out there, right, you have the answer within you. You are the answer. And that's why it's so important to know yourself and to be true to who you are, no matter what other people say about you. And more importantly, what are you saying about yourself? Change the narrative, right? You don't have to be down on yourself, right? I mean,
yeah, right, yeah. And I mean, I'm a perfect example of, like, you know, I've come from the mud, so to speak. I mean, I grew up in the projects, and they called the projects for a reason. And so to come from there, and again, I'm still learning every day, but, you know, from where I've come from, you know, to where I'm at, like, it's night and day. I've changed completely, 180, but, you know, I feel like I'm still me at the root. You know, I'm just changing my actions and my reactions and things, but I'm still me at the core. You know, I still find people who I haven't seen in years since I was a kid, like, man, you're still, you know, pretty much the same kind of person. Again, Leti sees the worst side of me. You know, I don't know why that is, but our mates tend to see the worst side, or the less fond side, I guess, because they're the ones that are going to stick it out with us. You know, I'm not like upset with people that I'm just meeting but me and Leti can get into our, you know, our disagreements and still come together, because that's what couples do. That's what mates do. That's what people who love each other do, is they're able to make their way through the turmoil and the mud, and they're able to climb out of it and get cleaned up and do what they need to do, so that, you know, other people can see them and see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because, you know, if we were to go by, you know, how we treated each other in the world with everybody, what I'm saying is, me and Leti have a very good relationship, because we're almost 7 years in, right? Almost 7 years in, and we've been through some stuff, just like anyone else, no different. and we're here going strong, showing up on camera, once a week now. It was twice a week. But through no matter what we go through, we still find that ground. We still are able to find that connection and be able to show up here, because sometimes it could be, hard to get in front of the camera and be able to, want to put your best face forward, your best foot forward. But we do this because we know the impact that we're making. At least we know the impact we're looking forward to making. Okay, so we're brand new. We're only been we're 8 months in. Third season, but third season.
Yeah.
Say that with a lisp.
Okay.
Third season. But and what I'm saying also to say that we have a lot of room to grow. There's so much more for us to make an impact, and we're learning. This isn't just, the show's not going to continuously be like this. The show is going to move forward, and we're going to have new stuff and new people. We're going to have lots of new guests and people that come on that can share information with you guys. Speaking of which, we just go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
We had just confirmed with the one and only Desmond soon that we are able and we're moving forward with our workshop, which is going to be approximately close to 2-3 hours. He said he's willing to pour into the BSA community and anyone else who gets involved with Desmond soon. If you guys don't know who he is,
look him up.
He's a very, very successful income producing activity. He's our mentor. He's somebody we've been working with closely, and he has really shined a light on what we're doing in our life, in our business, and he's been there through a lot of stuff with us, and we're really excited to have him in our life. And also, like I said, he's going to be pouring into the Biz Success Academy. And so September 6th of this year, we're going to be hosting, me, Leti, and Desmond, a workshop for approximately 3 hours where we're going to be pouring into you guys. So anybody who wants to learn income producing activities by the one and only Desmond Soon and Leti and myself, please get in here with us and be part of the workshop.
We could have them. You could DM us your email address so we can send you more information as it unfolds, as it gets closer. Because September will be here, right?
Yeah.
Before we know it.
Yeah, it's almost August, so.
Yeah, almost August. So if that's something that you're interested in, let us know.
I would, if I was controlling it, I'll click the thing and let you guys see where you can sign up for Biz Success Academy so that you can get in here. Also, while she's doing that, what was I going to say about what we have coming up? Oh, I am turning 43 in about, 5 days?
Oh,
yes, the 24th. So
5 days.
July 29th, I'll be 43. I feel great, you know what I mean? My age is starting to show a little bit, but it's okay. I still feel great. I'll be 103 when I go. But the point is that I have a birthday coming up, and I love celebrating life. I love celebrating success, graduations, things of that nature. So if you're in Reno, we're having a party at our house, a get-together, a birthday bash for yours truly, and we would love to see you guys here. And for you guys who are not able to join, we might go live and see if you guys want to be part of that. We might just, we haven't thought about it, but we might, why not, right? Anyways, yeah. So happy early birthday to me. Thank you, God, for making it. Thanks, Mom, for sticking together with my father.
Another year around the sun.
Another year around the sun. So,
and the moon.
Right. Well, we don't go around the moon. But, again, we celebrate life and we celebrate success. So we want you guys to know we appreciate you guys being here and taking the time to be here with us. Typically when we have guests, we like to go for 45 to an hour, but just me and Leti, we're gonna cut it down to 30 minutes so that we give you guys your time back as well as ours, and we want to make sure that we're respecting you guys. So before we close out, go ahead. You want to say anything?
Well, no, I was just gonna say they can, if they're interested in getting in on this, and even just what Biz Success Academy offers, you could scan that code, that QR code, and get in there and take a look around, and even if you don't have to have a business, right? If you just want to level up your life, if you want to get better at social media, if you want to, there's just so much in there. You got to get in there.
Biz
and
Success
check it
Academy,
out.
yeah.
In Biz Success Academy.
On the school platform, and we have grown so much. We show up every Wednesday for Power Hour at it's 1 o'clock our time, which is Pacific Standard Time, and then on Saturdays we go at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we go all in, you guys. We're going to be hosting this again this coming Saturday. What is today? Today is
Thursday.
Thursday, yes. We were yesterday, and we'll be going again Saturday. So you guys come join us. It's free for you guys to come see what we're doing. Come check us out. I host Saturdays. Coach Charles hosts Wednesdays. Sometimes Leti gets in there. She's able to to bring us in or bring us out. And we are really making some moves, you guys. We're only 3 months old as far as the community and this Success Academy. We've got a couple hundred people inside our community now, and
Okay. I think we're unmuted now, right?
Yeah.
It looks like it. Okay. So, if you want to be a guest on our podcast, right, you can book a discovery call with us. You can go to our YouTube page. We have a little booking link there where you can book, and then we can hop on a call, 20, 30-minute call, and just see if we're a good fit, or why you want to be on the podcast. What would you like to talk about? It can be anything, life or business or both.
Yeah.
But let us know. And
absolutely, yeah. And
just,
so again, we go live. Go ahead.
No, fine. Go ahead.
My bad.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Thursdays at 7 p.m. PST. Go ahead, babe.
For what?
Oh, I thought my bad. Thursday at 7 PST, and thank you guys for being here on another episode of Just Like Us, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you guys. We love you. Have a great evening. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Peace.